I can't stress how much I love Hanoi already. This is so cool. Hey everyone! I arrived in Hanoi a couple of days ago, but today is my first weekend day here. So I'm out in the city going for a bit of an explore, and today I'll show you what I get up to, what I see, and yes, some of my first impressions of the city. I've read a few sites about like things to do in Hanoi for a day, so we'll try to check some of those off. I'm really just excited to sort of explore and get a feel for the place. It's around about 11 a.m, so it's pretty busy around here. There's heaps of motorbikes. Not quite as many as I saw in Ho Chi Minh City, but it's still pretty busy around. Lots of locals, lots of tourists, lots of honking, which is something I love about Vietnam, that like hustle and bustle and energy of the city, which I can definitely feel here. And I'm already seeing like millions of cafes, so I can tell there's a massive cafe culture here. I love it so far. It's so much to see and take in, very vibrant. Crossing the roads here is crazy already, which I know you always hear about in Vietnam, but some of the intersections have lights, like green, like walking lights, but not all of them. Crossing the roads has definitely not been easy so far, and even just like walking, there's not heaps of footpath space, so you're kind of just dodging cars and bikes, but hey, it's all part of the Vietnam experience. The architecture here is so beautiful as well. You can see like the French influence in a lot of the terraces and buildings. It's so unique, the Vietnamese and French sort of blend. So one of the big things to do that I was really keen to see here is like the train street that you hear a lot about. So I've just walked over to where I can see the train line on the map, and I can see it just there. And how beautiful are like all the buildings on there. So I'm going to wander over. I've read in some places that it's like closed, so I'm not exactly sure like what to expect or what I'm actually going to be able to see. So road crossing. Let's see how we go. So it looks like there's barricade here, so you can't like get up, but there are people like ushering you in for coffee, so I assume that there's stall owners that will still let you through. I'm always keen for Vietnamese coffee, so I'm going to go up and see what happens. Hello, coffee? Yeah. Thank you.
Hello.
So I've come into a little cafe. They're really lovely. They just ushered me in from over there. And I've got a little seat right on the train line, which is cool. So I've ordered an egg coffee, which seems to be a really big thing in Hanoi. So I'm really excited to try one. They've got a schedule with train times, which says there should be one in like 10 minutes, but we'll see what happens. Got my egg coffee, which I'm very intrigued. Oh my god, it's really good. It's like meringue. Oh my god, it's like meringue and tiramisu. Wow, it's good. Look how foamy and delicious this looks. I was lucky enough to just be sitting here having a coffee when the train went past, which was a really cool experience. I'd read online that the whole thing was closed, so I don't know if I'm just really lucky today or if it's not actually closed, but yeah, really cool. It looks like there's cafes all the way along that you can kind of stop at and have a coffee, but there's like a barricade of like a police stop a bit further on. just kind of walk down here. I'm not sure what the deal is. There was like a little sign saying closed, but there's literally no one here or stopping me or anybody official looking, so I have just wandered up. It's absolutely beautiful. This is such a cool place. This is absolutely beautiful and amazing to see. I feel so lucky that I'm just able to walk through here. I spoke to some people when I was having coffee who said that they tried to come here a few days in a row and it being closed. At the moment it's Saturday morning, it's like 11:30, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it or if it's just kind of luck of the draw, but yeah, incredible. So I just walked through like the south end of Train Street and just exited there, but there's a stop sign there and there was a lot of tourists there kind of chatting about not being let through, not being invited in. So where I got let through up on the north side, I think you've got a pretty good chance. There was a lot of cafe owners letting people in. It looks like on the south side you've got way less chance of getting invited in. So I don't know if it's one of those like go see how you go, see if you're lucky kind of things, or if it's a time of day kind of thing. But yeah, I feel very fortunate that I was able to experience that. There's all these little winding alleyways around Train Street that are beautiful, so cool to walk through. There's heaps of like little cafes and restaurants and things. It's very aesthetic, it's very Vietnamese, but you can definitely see the French influence in the place as well. I'm gonna head towards the old quarter now. I think it's only like a 10-15 minute walk. Feels like a lot of the things within the city are quite walkable. I read that the old quarter's made of 36 shopping streets, so there's heaps of stuff to see and walk around. So I'm just kind of seeing where I want to go and where it looks interesting. There's so many shops, lots of tuk-tuk drivers picking people up, guys with like fruit selling that. It's just beautiful. The architecture here is unlike anything I've seen anywhere. I'm definitely getting more used to just having like motorbikes whirring around me and very close, especially in little alleyways like this that just sort of like speed up behind you, which is a little off-putting at first, but I'm getting used to with time. I'm just going to toot my own horn a little bit here and say I am getting so much better at crossing roads, which is 100% a skill that's really helpful here. This city is so beautiful and green. Like walking down here, there's all these trees like forming a sort of canopy over the road. Yeah, it's so beautiful having like a bustling city in these like little alleyways with lots of shops and lots of stuff going on, but with lots of trees as well. I've also noticed there doesn't seem to be heaps of convenience stores around, but there's lots of these like little side of the road stalls that sell like snacks and drinks and stuff. So I'm down near the main lake in the old quarter, and it looks like these streets that would normally be pretty busy are closed, I guess for the weekend. It looked like there's some market stalls setting up as well, so I expect that there's probably maybe night markets here or something. But yeah, it's cool having like places to walk and like that sort of pedestrian priority that you see. Definitely makes it easier to explore. These gates are beautiful. We're right near the lake, so I think this might have something to do with that temple that's on the water as well. So let's go and check it out. So this is the Ho Hoan Kiem lake, excuse my pronunciation. It's massive and it's beautiful. It's right in the middle of the city, which is awesome to have like that sort of open space, and so we're just sort of sit in the middle of the city, which is really cool. You see that big red bridge out to that little temple in the middle of the lake as well. On the map it says this is the weekend walking street, which makes sense. Toys and things like that. Looks like a lot of places are still setting up, and it's about 2 p.m, so I'm not sure if it's more of a thing in the evenings, but yeah, there's like street food places selling sausages and stuff. and lots of people out and about, which is always good to see. The area all the way around the lake is really cool to wander around. Restaurants and cafes everywhere. And that building's really cool. Isn't that sick? The architecture here is awesome. A lot of modern stuff, Vietnamese stuff, French stuff. It's very cool. Hanoi doesn't really seem to have like that massive skyline like some other cities do, which feels kind of French as well. I guess like Paris doesn't have a massive skyline either. Lots of sort of, I don't know, 5 to 10 story buildings around, which is, yeah, beautiful, but yeah, quite unique for a big city. It's quite dense, like there's a lot going on every single street. There's so many streets to look at, but not as much of like a CBD feeling place, at least as far as I've come across. Like, let me know below if there's somewhere else I should go to see that kind of thing here. So just up from the old quarter is St. Joseph's Cathedral, which I've seen photos of, and it looks amazing. It's like an old Gothic church. So I'm gonna walk up there now, and the street on the way up is beautiful. It's definitely a busy kind of touristy area around here. There's lots of like bikes and cars and stuff. Crossing the road again, but it's just amazing. It's incredible. I have to go on minus 0.5 mode to capture all of it. That's crazy, the detail in it. I love the old Gothic architecture. I was lucky enough to be here at the time when the church bells went off, which is pretty cool. What a breathtaking place to be, and there's all like cafes and bars and stuff around. Come to a little cafe, like the little tiny plastic chairs, and I've got a tea, and they give you like sunflower seeds. Seems like lots of places here give you sunflower seeds. I don't know why, I don't know what the deal is with it, but I feel like it's a really nice place to just, yeah, chill out for a bit. It's great. I've eaten a lot of sunflower seeds, but I feel like all of the locals around are far more efficient at eating them than I am. I need to improve my sunflower seed eating game, but it's a really cute dog in the jacket. There's these like cycle tuk-tuk drivers that I've seen, so I'm just getting one up the road to see some murals. But it's a pretty cool experience and a nice way to sort of see the city. It's pretty crazy being like on roads with actual traffic in one of these things. So I'm just like in the kind of the north part of the city where there's some really nice murals. Hello! There's a really nice guy there giving a guy a haircut on the side of the road. The locals are so sweet here. I'm just gonna walk around to where it says on the internet that there's nice street art. This is really cool so far. Like, what an amazing thing to see. I just read that it's a joint thing from Vietnamese and Korean artists, which I think is really beautiful as well. The detail and like the skill in these is just mind-blowing, and it just continues on as well. It's awesome. Finding those things around, and it was so cool. Like, there was the 2D sort of paintings, but then there was also like mosaic walls and the 3D sort of pieces in front of the artwork. Very, very cool thing to see. This intersection is beautiful. The lanterns and all the old trees, houses. It's such a picturesque city. There's a lot of like temples and Buddhist looking sort of architecture around. You'll be walking up a street that's full of like terraces and houses and stuff, and there's just little temples like nestled in there. It's really cool. It's very cute. I've seen heaps of shops that have like North Face and Supreme stuff, I'm not sure if they are legitimate, but they look pretty good quality. I've seen that Hanoi is like one of those places where a lot of textiles is made, but yeah, I wasn't expecting, I guess, quite so many. So if you need anything like that, particularly North Face, this is the place to come for it. Motorbike. It feels pretty quiet around here for what looks like the main square, but it could be the calm before the storm because it's only like 4 p.m. So I wonder if it like picks up a lot later. There's lots of really cute alleyways full of what looks like bars, so I might come check it out another day. But it's so cute. There's these little like remote control cars everywhere that kids can go on. It's very adorable. Seeing like little kids on the cars on the road. I've just walked over to the east of Old Town because I wanted to see the Opera House. And it's so interesting how different it is over here. It's like big, grand buildings and a lot of sort of high-end shopping as well. So yeah, there's like definitely lots of diversity and lots of different parts to this city that I've got to explore because yeah, you walk a few blocks and it's entirely different, but I'm almost at the Opera House, which looks massive and beautiful. So I'm excited to see that. Oh look, a little cat on that building. It's so grand and beautiful. I love how you can see the French architecture in it as well, like the French influence. It's incredible. It's been a big day of exploring. I feel like I've seen so much and learned so much of the city. I'm gonna head home. Thank you guys for joining me on my first day in Hanoi. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing the sights as well. Let me know below where else should I go. I'm here for a few weeks, so lots of time to explore and check out different parts of the city. If you've liked this video, please like below, subscribe to my channel as well, and check out some of my other videos. And yeah, check out some of my other videos and the other things I've done and seen and stuff I've eaten. Otherwise, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.